Hey, hey. Wow, I'm so happy I was able to get on the time that I put. All right. Hi. Welcome in to WCIA Network, where everything I do and say falls under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, just what Muffin Top just put in chat. Okay. Welcome, Muffin Top. Hi, my members, my subscribers. As you pile on in, hi, Justice coming soon. I am GH. Please, thumbs up on your way in would be amazing. And subscribe if you have not. Yes, it is showtime. Hi, Lisa. Hi, Mary. So, yeah, I'm reading all of your hi, BC. Hospital BC, sending love to you. And love to everybody. Hoodies. I only have 4 left. And then I won't bring them back for a little bit. Hi, Cami. Today's live is going to take a little work from the viewers today because I'm going to want you guys to do something. I have a presentation. I think it's like 75 plus pages, right? And I feel that when I show you the video, it helps you understand where I'm getting the photos, to tell you the story over the photos, to read, give you a reading over the photos. Things have been very intense with these cases. They are all coming together. I do have someone reviewing my stuff. So as I speak, what I'm going to be doing is spending a little bit more time on how I am doing this and who am I and what am I doing. I'm giving you readings over photos. I'm telling you what I see, what I hear, and I'm doing that to bring justice to the children. It's the children that want their story told. You know, there might be arrests coming soon. There might be stuff that's going to start moving. But if their story doesn't get out there, the back end story, the equipment that's being used, what they're doing to these children, where they're taking them, where they're placing them, that's the story that's not being told. That's the story that I'm telling here. Because the children are the ones that go through the pain. And there's been people that have already been arrested, but the story isn't being told because they can't tell it. They live in the darkness. They live in fear. So even if you tell me, whoever is doing this, you could come forward because it's within the creator's video. So if the creators aren't coming forward and I'm showing them that their stuff matches, then what the fuck are they doing? If you don't say something or send your stuff in, then you are living in the darkness and you're fearful. You're in fear. That's what it is. You see. This is a video that I got a lot of my information from. And you will hear me often say, it's a fake car. When I say it's a fake car, it's because the information tells me the story of the Summer Moon Wells missing children. Back here, throughout his whole entire car ride, is the equipment. And there are people back here. Whoever this is over here is awfully beat up. and his face changes. So when I'm saying, yeah, it's probably them, go about your fucking day and do whatever you're doing on YouTube. I don't give a shit about them. I don't give a shit who they are. Nothing. Because what I care about is the story that's beneath those two faces. It's the story that's beneath their car, which I call they're the deep fake. They're the deep fake. There's no way by the end of this video today, by the end of my presentation, everyone that is here listening should completely understand what I mean, and you should be able to see it. Because this is the equipment that changes throughout their whole entire car ride. This is back there. This is the equipment. It's the equipment that I've been showing over and over. And on top, there's a person. So how do I know that? Because for 2.5 years, I've been showing the same elements. They have not shifted. Nothing. Yeah, this is from Ryan Tells the Truth. Ryan finds truth, but it's not about him. So understand, I'm not talking about the creators. That's why I always say I don't care about them. I don't care about the two people and the video in which it came from. It doesn't matter. It's what's under their video. And what's under the video is the truth to the story. You see, I changed it ever so slightly. I clicked just very little bit. And the stuff behind the heads, changes. This, in fact, is something in the car called the equipment that shouldn't change. But yet it does. The white pieces that you see shift. The metal shifts. So as I go, you want to look in that corner, and your homework is to take screenshots. Of this. So every time I move my cursor and tell you to take a screenshot, do it. Because at the end of the video, you will then line up your screenshots. And you will see that these things are changing ever so slightly. They're moving. They're shifting. They're telling the story for the children beneath this creator's deep fake, beneath his information, beneath his video, which we don't care about. All I care about is that my law enforcement, my FBI guy, understands that this is in the back of this video. This is the equipment I have been following, and it shifts and changes as the people in the front get bloodier and bloodier. So I am not talking about the two faces that you see. Understand, I don't care. Because at this point, I know by now, these creators are not going to come forward at all. They're not. I could tell you that there's no way this creator is going to come forth and tell the law enforcement that he has the equipment in his car that somebody placed under his video. There's no way. What I have learned, what these creators do, in fact, is deny it. Or just ignore it. Or fucking cancel their lives that they're supposed to have so they could reevaluate what they're doing. This is the stuff that is very easily seen. So what happens in the little corners of the corners is the deep fake is this dude's head, right? Let's just say these are deep fakes because his head is what goes over the victim. And you find it in the smallest of the smallest little corner. So when you click, I've done nothing to the video. This is his video. And you take these corners. This is what the equipment does. Their heads go in it. It's not a roof of a car. I'm going to show you. This is in the video. Is it in the car? I don't know. It's in the video. And all the way in the back there. I'm telling you the story because these children, the children go in one of these. The children are the ones that get taken and get placed underground in these fucking awful places that nobody is going to look for them. What I do here is I show you to the best of my ability the children. That's all I do. Right? It's not about them. It is always about this. Right in that smaller little corner. The children are trying to show themselves. In the cylinder. So this is information that shows what's going on inside this horrific world. Hi, Crispy Treat. I love that name. Who else came in? Crispy Treat. Who else? Did I miss anybody? Yeah, this is just the story. The untold story. And this video really shows so clearly the fake, I call it fake car. They might be in a car, but they use the fake cars to show this. So, see, look at the equipment change back there, see? It just changes like that. See? Changes and shifts. And the stuff in the windows is, to me, showing underground. And this is what I took pictures of, what's all the way in the right-hand corner. See how it shifts ever so slightly? But it's moving. It moves. Back here. You're watching back here. It's right back there. Right back there. You know, there are, okay, let me go here. Then I'm going to be showing you information over here. And what I'm going to show you is what I sent in to the authorities as a pretty damn good fucking piece of information. I'm going to show it to you in my presentation. But this is where I got it from, is this piece of video. Now, I'm not quite sure. Let me see which one. Let me see if this one has, oh, in the beginning here. So what I did is, you see between them, right between them, is where I got my photos for my presentation. Most of them are between them. And what I did was I focused in on the information that I've always focused in on. It's the shoes, the fingers, and the shoes really, really brought me the most incredible information showing that something is going on here and children were taken, allegedly. When I saw this information I'm going to show you today, it was very disturbing, and disturbing enough for me to have sent it in to a few different people. So what I'm going to do, so this is the video. Which one is this one?
4 p.m. Pizza, pizza.
Pizza, pizza. Is this the big one? Let me see something. You don't want the ones that are like covered with his face. I get the oh, interesting. There's another man. See, I told you there's other faces underneath. See that? So, if, you know, there are people that will come in here. You don't bother me, by the way, the one that made a rude delusional. That's okay. You know, it's very interesting. When people make comments like that, it brings me luck. Like this. This is showing another man in this video that I just never seen. He's right there. Whoever that is, isn't someone that we know of. But when anyone comes in and is a little bully and is sad in their own life and lost and doesn't know themselves, will come in, just like, and this is just an example of life, will come in and make a rude comment because they need to make themselves feel better because they're scared or they don't understand you. And that's what life does. And that's what, unfortunately, someone like that I banned is who's making the world go round, because people are finding themselves being judgmental without even knowing the person. The reason they're judgmental is because they don't understand you. So instead of learning about different people, different lifestyles, different races, different religions, instead of doing that, and they're makes them feel better to be a bully. And what I would say to that person is, go meditate on why you have a need to do that. Because I know it's not about me. I feel very good in my skin. I love who I am. I know myself. So that's about you. That's about you. And you probably are that way to the people in your life. You're probably that way too if you have children, to your own children. Notice how you're raising your children. Notice, do your children have understanding of different types of people in the world? Or do you guys sit around the dinner table, talking shit about people? I gather it's the latter. Because this is far from delusional. This is in his video. That's not his wife. Not at all. This is why I show the video. And stuff like this appears really when someone does something that person just did. See, so it's right in here. And what's happening back there is the stick shifts and it changes. And it shows information about the children. It shows they were taken to a creek. I know that they were taken to the water. I know that they walked a distance by themselves in horrific pain and agony, barely with any limbs. This is the stuff that I see. So what I do here, to the best of my ability, is try to get photos beneath it. So all of a sudden, when you look in his window to the right, that's what appears. And I stopped to take the photo, you guys, because it matches the images that I have been seeing for 2.5 years. I have shown this for 2.5 years. This that's in his window comes and goes throughout the video. You understand that this isn't something that should be in the window. And then it shifts. So compare these two. This is just another frame of the video. It's the same video. I'm just brightening them. Actually, let me brighten them a little bit more. And then we'll go to the presentation, because the presentation is amazing. But this is stuff that can't be denied. Here, I brightened this, because it's literally, whoops, right here. So I brightened this one. And then this one. So these are from the same frame, but there's movement. Yes, there's a face in there. This is the equipment, you guys. So this is where I got my information. See how it moves back there? Take screenshot. See it moving with the green face? There's the green face. Let me show you. And then, of course, there's other windows of information. So here is the part that copy. I'm going to make it brighter also. Here is what you see in front of you, and this is, and we call it the green face, and it's right there. Let me brighten it up. And I wouldn't have called the people I called if I wasn't so certain that this video is pretty intense. I know it is. And this is what is popping up. And it's right back there. And then I do it again, and then all of a sudden it's split into two. So what you see in the smallest window is the truth beneath the deep fake. It lines up. So when the small window, when you guys go through it yourself, when that small window lines up with the top layer, that's really good information. When it lines up, when the little box bleeds into the top layer, which this one does, right here. This is in the corner. And that's what's in here. So I think you get the gist of what is going on here, because you could take the video yourself and just keep doing this, and then you'll see the different faces in here. Like there's a lot of stuff, way too much stuff for me to cover it all. So what I do is I really try to stay away from these different faces, because the children only know from the victims that are in the machine. You know, they're not paying attention to the faces because they're just all fake. We don't know who's who. So what we do here is tell the story for the children. And instead of watching and making comments like I used to spend more time on it, it doesn't do anything for the children, basically. What they need everyone to know is that when you see a situation like this is their story back there. This is their story. And that is the equipment that they know. And yes, you guys, if you wanted to, you could, consistently focus in on the face, because his face does change. And it appears as if he winds up in the hole. You know, so whatever they're covering or putting under here, there's always a head that's like they're coming out of a hole. Let me show you. And even the ones that are making or putting this up there, they don't say anything that their little faces wind up in these little holes. See, like her face. It's like it's fake, basically. So at this point, I think you guys got the, you know, look back there. That's what's changing throughout that little piece of the video. Back there. And that's the part of the video that is the most important to the children. So that is why I'm starting with this. This here brings me back to Summer, who says she's in the leaves, in the leaves, in the leaves. These are photos that come out of both of these videos. I don't know who that girl is. But when I turned a video on, I watched it shift. And I know that the leaves, being in the leaves, part of the leaves, placed in the leaves, is probably one of the most important parts of their journey. Because they're being put back into the earth. And when I grabbed this photo from their video, it made sense to me that I pulled a photo of her reflecting out of the leaves. The picture to the left, there's a hand. There's a hand that's showing up with one little pinky that I see. And it's over the face. These photos, even though they're taken from completely different videos, their story is the same. Why? Because the children's stories are all the same. The children get dragged out to these places amongst the trees in the wilderness and the muck. And this is what happens. This. And this is the stuff that they know from. I want to make the one on the left bigger. You see? I'm going to show you something. Each child has like a vine with them. It's like a vine with hearts, with leaves. And each person had it. Gabby Petito had this wrapped around her, and I showed it to you yesterday. This part. This part is a very important part that each victim has. Here's the fingers. This is a very, very interesting photo. Extremely. And then you have the one from the video I just showed you on the left-hand side, on the right-hand side. Let me open it up a little bit more. Now, if I were to play with the colors, you would see images, but I can't get into those because there's just, this is like looking at the clouds. You'll see lots of different shit, but they know from this. They know. They get placed within the earth just like this. Interesting. I don't know why I put Benny's photo here. I must have seen something. So a lot of times, you guys, people have seen me, I put this together intuitively. I put it together through my third eye. And some reason I put Benny's photo here. I'm thinking that, let me keep looking at this. This is a part, it's just saying that this is a part that whoever's beneath the Benny, I mean, we don't know who Benny is. Is more familiar with this part of the process. This is more his, like, this is the process that he knows of. See that clip? That clip, everyone has a clip. Like, I've shown that before. It's not new. Let me see if I... This here. This here somehow matches up. It must, or else I wouldn't have. So the clip is on the person's face. the clip gets put there. See that clip? This, same thing. Benny knows about this part. Benny has seen these parts of this world. And that is the equipment, you guys, that I just showed you in the video. That's it. It's showing. It's not going to stop showing. And it's showing that the head honcho is doing this. Whoever the head honcho is. The head honcho is who's in front. Who's right up front. Whoever this is. Let me tell you something. Tim Mullen, years ago, did a video. And I showed this. I said, this car is showing the equipment. I went back and got this video. Why? Because it matches what's inside of this car. This is what's going on inside this car. All of this. This isn't... Someone put all this shit in here. It's in here. It's in here. You can't deny it because I know that I'm not putting it in. This kind of information, here's Benny again. Oh, I just must like him right now. It must be that his cars show the same thing. That's all I'm getting is I could put Benny's face anywhere in here and it could be his fake car. Like everything here matches up. It just all matches up. Like when I say his fake car, it's the same as this. This is her. This is exactly what's in Benny's cars as well. This. This here is Tim Mullen's car. This is what's in the back of Tim Mullen's car. It is identical, allegedly, identical to what I'm showing you. You understand? When I showed that car, man, 2 months back, I don't know, it's like named Tim Mullen or something. It's like Tim Mullen's car from years ago. I pegged it. I'm like, this is the shit that is being shown in these cars. This part here, let me bring it out. Bring it out. Brighten it. Do a little contrast. This here is Tim Mullen's car. This is what's in the back of his car. This is what you're looking at in my presentation. This is what you're looking at. All that shit is this. Let me flip it around. Maybe if I flip it. This here I flipped it. This is the same thing. It will wind up being identical. Because years ago now, this car was built by a Tim Mullen in a video on one of the farms, Fender's farm. And I'm like, he's building the car. Let me brighten this up. What's in the very back here, I can't brighten it too much because it ruins it. What's all the way back here to the right is the equipment. This is what's back there. See how some frames work better than others. But this is stuff that I've been showing for a very long time. See if I could just try. I'm going to flip it and turn it. Let's see. Summer Moon Wells was in something like this. She was sitting in something like this in her fake car. And the purpose of me showing this, you guys, is to tell the story that their story is being told. It's the back seat. That's the plexiglass. See? This guy to the left, I met him through Ryan Upchurch. Ryan Upchurch introduced me to this guy. I said, this dude is sitting in the equipment. This dude, now come to think of it, really looks like the guy that we just saw in the car with him, right? Let me see. That's not it. That's not it. So this here is the same circumstance. The guy that is sitting to the left, what I'm saying mimics what's in the back seat of the car. This just shows the human head. Oh wait, let me cut it. See, he's sitting in there, but this is really what it's telling you. See, they do it as a storyboard, and all the way to the bottom of the layer is a human. See, this is the equipment that he's in. This is the equipment that he's in. I'm telling you the story as I hear it. And that's what they're doing over here. This is the equipment that they're in. This guy is a victim, and he is being shown in the equipment. Now, he's the deep fake, right? This whole entire video of Ryan Upchurch's shows much of this information. He's got the thing to his mouth, the part of the machine. He has his head against the wall, and his torso is in the box. This is what it is. I mean, I'm telling you, this presentation today, I think, is critical information. Because it's over 2 years, and within these 2 years, the information has stayed consistent. And showing this type of information so clearly like this, and it shows throughout the whole video, never goes away. What's behind him never goes away. All you have to do is understand that this is all they're showing. It's this. This is the stuff that needs to be found and talked about. This is the stuff that needs to be talked about. And nobody is. You know, I'm thinking, I mean, that's my main purpose. I think it must be a main purpose in my whole entire life, because it shows itself to me here. It keeps coming back. And this video, see the small little changes, is because it's shifting in the back seat. It's the closest that I have gotten to showing you a constant video of this movement of the machine. Let me brighten. Even though when I brighten it, certain things turn weird, but I want you to be able to see. The most important thing is to recognize that these are shifting. That this let me bring the other one up. Shifts. Here. See, they're different. So in the video, it's tough to do it with just the video because it's so dark. But at least you saw the video this is coming from. I show this all the time. See? See how different that is even from this? That number 5 is so much clearer because it's changing. It's evolving. It's moving. Whatever these children go through is a major sacrifice. See? That compared to this. There's absolute evidence here showing it's changing. What doesn't change are the elements that I always talk about. The metal V, the white part, the 5, the part that sits inside. There's a cylinder. It's all the same information. Where is my undo move? What I have to do is take this video out. It's doing something funky. It like, ugh, wants me to, fuck. Okay. Keeps bringing me to this part. See that back there? It's a train. It's a train. It's an open window by a train. This is a train. These are open windows underground. This is what the door looks like. So it goes from this oh wow. Wait a minute, you guys. This is the window behind the plexiglass. This is the plexiglass. And it's like a train door. It's opening and closing. See? These are rides. They're sitting in their seat. These are moving. Whatever they're showing, it's moving, and these are their buggies. Like, these are their seats, you guys. You see that? That's what it's showing. Holy cow. This is a really good video. It's kind of amazing video. So here comes one of the silver 5s. If you were to take a screenshot of what's in your right hand side, you'll be able to see it clearly. This here is the machine, and it's grabbing onto one of those number 5s. That means that there's a victim back there. See? How crazy is that? And I guess this is why I came back. Watch the back. See all that? See those doors? Okay, so these are the ones that we like when they bleed together. So when they bleed together, it gives more of the truth. Let's see what's in this one. So this one, you could clearly see the face. Let me just see if I can brighten it a little more. Okay. So what's in here is this. This is underground, under a tunnel. And I could sit here and take snapshots of this all day, because if I were to take snapshots every second of this part of the video, the law enforcement could get a really, really good understanding that these are fake cars and this stuff is being shown behind them. This is consistently changing. As if it's a door that's just moving about. Just keeps moving. See? Tim Mullen. It's the back of his car. So those are the number 5s. You get the gist of this. This keeps going. And this shows the train. This shows the cars. And this is the Summer Moonwell's children's story. This It's clearly in the video. Here's Benny again. So Benny's card does the same thing as whatever this card's doing. Does the same thing. It shows the same thing. The back seat of his car shows the same thing. And I'm quite confident I could say that this is the same situation. Whatever's going on in Benny's backseat of his car is no different than what I'm showing you here. None. And this is really where it was first introduced to me. Was anyone who knows, I used to say, and Ziggy would make fun of me. I remember, I'm like, you making fun of me because you're terrified, obviously, because no one's saying anything. But when I tell you that there's shit in his backseat of the car, and he has, the same maroon people under these freaking things, they're there. You just have to look. It's right there. So what he's showing in the back seat of his car of someone laying in one of those things is no different than what I'm showing you. What I'm showing you in the back seat of his car is this. It's that. It's, let me get him. It's this. It's just doing it differently, but the elements don't change. This stuff doesn't change. This is equipment. This is equipment. And this is in the back seat. These are the same situations. The same information. That car, the pieces of his car don't even make sense. Same situation. This photo, let me go down here. Let me brighten it. To the right, wherever these kids go, this is where this is the equipment that they know of. And between Ryan Finds Truth, Benny's, Trev Time, Ziggy, Jody Sue Brown, Molly, we know, all the ones that are off I still look at. But this is it. That's it. And anyone that's been seeing my channel knows. Oh, now it's doing letters. So this is the back. This is the back of his car. This is the back. And this is what's happening to it. It's showing letters. Let me look at this one. So 17. So there's really no bit of his video that makes sense. So when I open these letters up, is that a 5, 7, and an E? So this kind of information is really for the law enforcement, because there's always letters. There's always letters like that. Always. Same. There's that guy again that I was, that's the Summer Moon Wells stuff. And this picture is the same as the one to the right, but it's also, where's that one? It's also the same as Benny's. That I said, what is that doing here? But I said it's because they're telling the same story. Right? Oh, come on. Let me bring this in. Copy. The one to the left is the same as this. There's just bits and pieces of the story that just gets told over and over. And this is all the same. His videos and their videos show the same information. They show the victims' faces in these carts and these windows with plexiglass, and it doesn't change. You're just seeing Brad wishing. Oh, maybe that was the farm. But look what shows up here. I mean, really, look at these photos. We're at the point after so long, so many months, that many of you will be able to just recognize this stuff very quickly. And it doesn't change locations either. It's usually all in the same place. See, I change the coloring and you clearly see the V. And there is always a plexiglass thing across. You see that in most of the videos. Yeah, it's Dan the Man. It's like the same people, I swear. They're like the same information. Again, the back seat of the car. And this is Tim Mullen's car. There's no difference than what Tim Mullen shows in his car, you guys, than any of these videos. This is the same information. It's the same information. I want to make sure to get these letters out there, really more for the law enforcement, but I don't know if this is showing as his arm or whatever, but those are very important little figures that he's showing. I think that those are really important. I know they must match up with something, because it's right there. Those definitely match up with something of importance. Pay attention. We're switching areas in the video. Pay very close attention to what I'm about to show you. You cannot miss this. I want you to understand that what I'm showing you, I'm not saying is them. It's not about them. I talk about masks all the time, that they put masks, right? That's what I see here. I see the mask within the person. So this gives me an opportunity to tell you that masks are used throughout the presentations, throughout their videos. I think it's a way that they use to change the face. This video shows the importance of a mask. I have the black nails, which change, and whatever is coming off of the face, it's that the fuzzy stuff. It's the white fuzzy stuff. Do you guys see that that is a mask? Number one. Thank you. I don't know what the significance of the letters were, but that's more for law enforcement. They were there. Maybe they're keeping track of that. I know that those are letters and numbers that I see consistently. And this is another thing that I see consistently. This. So obviously this is all allegedly, right? But I do believe that I do see a well like this. And they need to go down under, go into this thing to retrieve whatever they're retrieving after the fact, after everything's done. These are trophies. When they show close-ups of this particular well, inside the well, things change. They appear. It is not coming from her flashlight that things change and appear. When you look really closely into the well, that is not the flashlight. It shows me that there's other things in here that are being gathered, that would be gathered from a well, not like they're gathering it. See her fingernail polish? But whatever is happening here, I see the mask. You could see it so clearly. I can. This is a ritual. This is what these rituals look like. This here is what the victims look like when they are being placed in these situations. It's kind of like this. There's no difference. This is no different, you see. heads of these victims go through these circumstances. This is the system of reincarnation for them. There's your cement. They're in, like, they use cement. They use cement bricks. Part of selling and getting these kids recognized and being able to do it through social media and show the difference between the children. Pay attention. This is the most critical piece of this presentation. Yes, brick cement. Cement bricks. I'm going to show you those in a little bit. This here is still their video. And I showed you how I took the snapshots between the two people of the children. The reason I did that, and this is the part I also sent in as a critical piece of evidence. That little boy that you see in front of you, within seconds, his shoes change. His shoes. You see his shoes the way they are right there? They go from that to this. So you've got this in that picture. That is in that picture. Then it turns to this. But it also changes to a boot. Now, this is all within seconds of the video. That one, this one. Same leg. This is that one. That is this one. Same little boy. Same frame. The only reason, there's only one reason this would change, is if they were selling a child. Period. Period. There is no other reason that this shoe, this one, wait, let me crop it a little better. Can't see it very well. Wait. So when I showed you that video earlier, I said the pictures of the kids is what I took from those videos. And it's a split second that the guy walks across. So for the law enforcement, it's not that shoe because he's faced this way. For the law enforcement, you need to recognize that this is on the same boy, 3 different shoes. And obviously the pants change and all that. But this is the easiest piece to understand. Like if you don't understand anything else that I'm doing or saying, this is a reason to question whoever made the video. The little girl that's walking with him, her boots change also. She has cowboy boots on. And this is the other part that shifts throughout the video, are the buggies. These little buggies are in the back. And the children that are sitting in the buggies change. They change big time. Let me show you. 34. So here she's sitting. Wait. Open these up for you. This is what's in that buggy in one photo. Okay? The next photo, which is right next to it, like within split seconds, is this one. All I'm doing is blowing up what you see in the presentation. Is this. So that little girl and this little girl are supposed to be the same thing. And within seconds of the video. So it's not like I'm coming back to a different section of the video. This is the same frame. These are the same frame. Look at the little caricatures in the back. See, this little caricature is like what Summer gets. She gets that caricature. She doesn't get this one. This one is different. See? They're totally different. But this, I don't know where the little kid went. Not really showing there. That's not the same as this. And it just continues. This continues. These little kids with these things on their heads. Now, the little girl that's sitting in there, brighten it up. Now the person in the back seat isn't even like a little baby anymore. Now you have this going on. So all of this is within moments. Here's another frame. These are not the same. See the slight difference, what they do? One has 3 dots, one has 2. They're different. They're different. They all do have these little critters that I call them. And then it changes again. halfway through this one frame, the 5 appears. Middle of nowhere. Just like that. This is called the Summer Moon Wells Missing Children's Story. They get taken, they get sold, they get... Wait. And this is all on social media. Guys, this is all on social media. This is social media. I think that the YouTube, you know how they're so focused on TikTok for sex trafficking and all that? It's YouTube. Look. Now look at the baby. It's not a baby. What is that? Like, what's going on there? Within seconds. This is the machine. This is the buggy. This is the machine. Blah, 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 blah. It's the same conversation as I just had with the fake car. This is the story. This is what's going on here. This is all the same. It's unbelievable. They're all holding like these bloody heads. It's all part of it. Here's your little boy, the different shoes I just showed you. So this is the same frame, and this here is, this is really one of the most important things to recognize. I'm showing you a fact. His shoe's different. It's right there. And this is within a millisecond of the video, you guys. It's like the next frame over, but it's all within the same frame. And it's the same little boy. Really, really upsets me. It's within these frames here. See the little girl with the boot? Let me show you. Those boots change also. It was really hard to get a really good photo. I'm going to have to work on it. Here. So these two kids are being trafficked. That's what I see. See, there he is with his chained shoe all the way to the right. It's hard. It's really tough to get the little girl. Like, she just goes away really quickly. There she is. The one thing about this video is this couple here looks like Don Wells. And the information that is surrounding this guy who looks like Don Wells is telling the story of of the missing children. It's telling Summer Moon's story. I'll show you how. What is being placed on this couple is this, the reflection. I'm going to show you how the reflection is perfect. This guy here shows information, and what bothers me is that he looks like Don Wells. His fingers are cut just like the victims of Summer Moon Wells. Let me show you. His fingers tell me that he's Don. His fingers. The tips of his fingers. Right here. This. Yeah, the lady with him reminds me of the lady that shows up at the vigils. The tips of his fingers. He stands right by this dude. This is another way that these kids are taken. This is another way. This is how it's done. Just like this. Just like this. It's not a very good picture, but let me tell you something. The one child that he keeps in his arms changes. This is not, I know, very good picture, but it's not easy to do it. Let me pull it up. Okay. This photo here is nothing like what the boy looks like in his arms. He has the heart in his hand. Look. Look at all this stuff going on. Oh. They're the letters. Wait. Let me see. those letters. Wow. This little person is not the same person in his arms to the right. That's what I know. She, the woman in this video, points to this stuff. Her finger turns weird, but the black nail that she keeps showing is interesting, and then the 5 appears to the left. The 5, you guys, is like a staple number. This is all happening in Kingsport. So right here, they talk about the sunshine on this barrel, right? Right next to this barrel is this couple, and the couple behind the couple. I zoomed into the one on the right. There's your bucket. I have no, there. It's like blood. These are sacrifices, you guys. It's all blood related. And that guy that I showed you in earlier in the car that looks like Benny, and I found him in Ryan Upchurch's, he also has like faces like that on the back of his walls. He claims he draws them. This is in the video. This reminds me of Hunter. But this is what it looks like. They have masks over their mouths, you see. And then all of a sudden that guy with one of those hats appear. So the lady that's standing next to the garbage can, this is what happens to her. I can't seem to get a real good sense, but these heads that look like this, they're trophies. I know that. Let me put this in here. These are trophies. Whoops. That's from here. So remember what you looked like 10 seconds ago. Let me show you. Make it bigger. Here. Here. That's what's on the neck. I follow those fingernails. Black fingernails is what I usually follow. When the well that I showed you was brought to my attention and it had a brick inside, they actually showed the brick. And then against the well, I call it a stick like this, that this is a stick. And this video here from Kraken Cases shows tremendous amount of information, just like the videos I'm showing you today. This is from Cracking Cases. And I'm like, that's Summer's stick. That is Summer's bamboo wood stick. And if you look how these things are all placed, you've got, let me get my pointer. A cooler, which is always there. I'm not going to go get into these little strippy things. But the cooler, it's no different than me saying to you, I just said that here's, this person's a victim, right? What's hanging from her neck, like from her neck here, that stuff, that is no different than any of like that straw stuff that I'm showing you in Summer's picture. We zoom in. It's not that, oh, they you know, they put it in the trees, so it's part of the trees that you're seeing. Okay, I'm here to give a reading. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't, right? This here, and with that shit coming down out of her mouth, is the same thing as this. If you look on top, there's your triangle with that thing, right? That goes right back to this concept that I started with. Triangle and that thing in there. So that's a triangle and a thing. Here's the lady from the beginning. She has that on her face, see, with her stick. See how good I am? I'm very fucking good at what I do. So no one could tell me anything that I get offended by. I don't really give a shit. So this here, ooh, this is good. So I'm pulling it all in. This thing here, wait, undo, copy. This is crazy. This thing here, Wells property, is the same thing as this lady has on her face in the triangle. Difference is that's in the triangle and that's not in the triangle yet. See, the triangle's right there. And that's going to go in the triangle, right? Hers is already in the triangle. It's on her cheek. I get the other one. Here's this one. So interesting. I get mesmerized. See all these little pieces showing up? The stick, the brick. See? It says 2 bricks laying at the bottom of this well. This is what the bricks look like. They're saying that they're the bottom of that well. Whoops. That is what they say the bricks look like. Let me show you. So those have the holes in it. This here, here come the bricks against the Wells property that I just showed you with the stick. Same thing. There's the stick. And understand that the cement bricks, none of them match. They're all different. One has 3 holes. The other one has sort of 2 and 1 on top. Then the other one has 2 in the front and 3 on top. They're all different. Different bricks. They say 2 bricks, but I don't see the other one. But this is all this information. It all goes together. You see this? This is an entranceway. Go fucking dig. Down the slope. This is here. Wow. This here. Let me change the color. Wait, you guys. Okay, I'm going to bring this in. Okay, see if you could see the hole in the ground better. There's a hole in the ground. This here is what entranceway looks like. See? And it's going down. It's right here. It's right here. This was interesting to me because I don't believe that this is what was on the Wells property. The shed, I don't believe it looked like this because it has so many different doorways. What this shows, that's why I don't believe is something slanted here that goes down under. I just wanted to show that because my puppies. If this is the shed, it's telling me there's an entranceway in the shed that goes under, down under. It's not that complicated. This is not a complicated message. Super easy. This is like a super easy one. It's telling you, law enforcement, because I can't do shit about it, and it's showing me an entranceway from the shed that goes down under. This is where it goes. Let me change that. The traffic goes through here. Let me change it. The train, the kids go through here. This is the kids. They go through here. See how they do this? The information that's showing in the shed, on top of the shed, is telling us that the shed is it's part of the transportation. So let me show you how this works, you guys. Let me show you. Here's the shed. It gets used. There's another door, you see. This part of the house really needs to be dug up. It's a real thing that needs to be dug up, because it will show them the movement of this. Let me show you the movement of this. This is going through the shed. That is this. They're moving through the shed. So when we see stuff like this moving, what it's telling me is that this is what's moving through the land by the shed. It's right next to the shed. It's on the shed. It's under the shed. But this part that we were watching, this fake car, you could get to through this shed. See, this is on the property. This was in the video of Cracking Case's video of the Walls property. This needs to be checked out. What the fuck is this? See? I see like a jail, like a cell. This is the wood one. It's in the greenery, you guys. It's hidden in the greenery. This is the Wells property. When I'm making it wider. Here. See this? It's a grate. It's like a grate. It's a white door. You guys, this is what shows. See, it's showing doorways in the hay, in the leaves, in the grass. It's showing entranceways. It's like there's a thing over the top. A grate. It's like a fence. Fenced in. It's just like this. Just like this. Those holes, I always think of this cornhole game because we have seen that exact shape since day number 1 when the cornhole thing showed up in front of the swing. This, which is part of the Beeston video, speaks to me. This is the Beeston video. Look at the hand. Cornhole. That cornhole game could be the holes in the ground. Like that size, like it looks like that with a piece of wood over it. That's what I'm saying, just to clarify. This is in the middle of the field in Cracking Case's video, and it gets picked up by a drone. And I showed this video a long time ago. I'm like, these things, whatever these trophies are and whatever they're getting rid of, drones, come on in. And when I saw this, I'm like, this is what it looks like. Am I saying that's what he's doing here? No. I'm saying that this is what I see. This is what I see. Whatever this is, brings these off, brings them into the sunset, brings them to the resurrection. It brings them. This is like farewell, and this is what it looks like. Just like that. And this is what this photo, I've never seen a photo like it. But it really symbolizes part of the kid's journey. Just like that. On that note, you guys, I'm going to make dinner. I hope this was good. I hope I got some real big key information out and clarified. It's important to recognize this. If you don't remember anything, leaving. Understand that this one photo of this child is real. And there's a reason that they put different shoes. They're telling a story about 3 different children. This is how they sell the children of our world. Just like this. This is a very wrong photo. Everything about it is wrong. This is what we want to get justice for. This is what we're doing here. It's for the children and the children only. I love you all. God bless you all. Thank you for being here. Muffin Top, shout out to Muffin Top. Round of applause. And subscribe on your way out. We need more subscribers. And thumbs up. Talk to you all soon. Good night, guys.